Hey, you know what? I had this ebook here on my computer. I didn't write this, but these are some good points comparing comparing and contrasting the rapture to the second coming. Um, they're not the same thing, right? The rapture is a translation of all believers. That means all believers are going to be called up. We're going to meet Jesus in the crowds, in the clouds. Excuse me. Whereas the second coming is not about a rapture; it's about judgment. The earth is going to be judged at the second coming. At the rapture, the earth is not judged. Okay, at the second coming, the earth will be judged. And the second coming, Jesus is coming with the saints. Okay, he's coming with his bride. The rapture, he's claiming his bride. Okay, the rapture. Second coming, he comes to earth. The rapture, he stays in the air. That's a big difference too. The second coming, he's coming to fight. Okay, I just uploaded a video about Zechariah 14 showing that the second coming, he's coming to do battle against the nations that are trying to obliterate Israel. Okay, and every eye is going to see him at the second coming, and people are going to be wailing. Okay, wailing, and at the rapture, only the church is going to see him. It's going to happen at the moment, the twinkling of an eye. And that's way too fast of a moment for the whole earth to see him. Okay. And like I said, he's not touching the ground at the rapture. Okay. So only believers see him at the rapture, the church. The second coming, everybody's going to see him. Okay. Every eye shall see him at the second coming. The rapture occurs before the 70th week of Daniel, whereas the second coming concludes the second week of the 70th week of Daniel. And the second coming, it helps kind of like a conclusion to the wrath, where in the rapture there's no wrath being delivered. Okay. And then the second coming, Satan, which will be bound, where at the rapture he's not going to be bound at the rapture. Okay, but at the second coming Satan will be bound. And the second coming's predicted a lot in the Old Testament. It's talked about a lot in the Old Testament. And however, the rapture was a mystery in the Old Testament. Like Paul reveals it to the church in his epistles. Okay. And look, there are signs to the second coming. Okay. Israel's going to be screaming out for their Messiah. Okay, for Jesus. They're going to be screaming out to Jesus Christ. When he's about to show up. And the rapture, the nation of Israel is not going to be screaming out for Jesus Christ. Okay, and there's no signs for the rapture. And how can it be if it happens in the twinkling of an eye, right? Anyways, also, the second coming, this isn't on the chart here, but also the second coming, it mentions angels gathering people. Okay, the rapture, there's no mention of angels. Okay. But anyways, I hope this was helpful. You could study these things in Revelation and Zechariah, in 1 Thessalonians. Okay. Matthew 24, and you'll see the differences.